The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
All right, welcome back to triumphantly returning of Everybody Loves an Aquarius. That's been on me, everybody. I know people been hitting us like, yo, when y'all coming back? When y'all coming back? That's been on me. I've been moving, still moving in stuff and getting stuff together in a new studio, new setup and everything in the crib. But Dom, how are you doing?
You know, great. Still coming down off my high from spending time in Paris.
Jump into that.
Shantae.
Break it down. What was going on in Paris?
Paris, it was just a getaway, just something quick and fun.
Quick and fun is like fucking going to Palm Springs for you or some shit.
It is, but Palm Springs be too hot. I don't do well under pressure in the heat, and which is still strange because your girl don't have central air. So
I know that, but people don't know that.
Why am I'm like trying to get my house in order for the summer, and just trying to be responsible, building our shit. But like Paris is always a vibe. Paris is always a great idea.
Is that your first time going?
Oh no. This is like my third time going. I hadn't gone in a long time. I was supposed to go in 2020, but then lockdown. My girlfriend and I, we plan to go to San Tropez actually.
Y'all some just some bread.
What is life like? But no, so it was dope. Like Paris is always a vibe. It was so my cousin ends up being in Paris at the same time, just randomly, and she works for Robert Glasper. And,
that's my dude. I love Robert Glasper.
Oh, so you're gonna love this shit, right?
I love Robert Glasper. That's my dude.
My sister hits her up and she's like, hey, he having a concert at the Louis Vuitton Foundation. I got your name on a list. Pull up. So we go and the people just kind of let us in, but I'm like, well, why would this, but again, this is how my mind works. I'm like, why would, like Leandra say that she got us on the list? And it's no like VIP treatment. We like amongst common people, like not trying to say people common, but like she was like very desiring if she could get us all on the list because it was 5 of us. So our other friend comes in late. She got a wristband. I was like, I told you it's just like it was supposed to be different. So I go back, get the wristband. They actually got us backstage. We were able to like watch the show from like the side of the stage. You would never guess who was performing with him.
So as I know, you always has guest people. So who was it? Mos Def?
Nigga, it was Mos Def.
I know the only reason I say that is because Mos Def be over in Europe hella. So that's why I said it was him.
Yeah, Mos Def. Met Mos Def. Met Robert Glass. It was just a vibe.
Man, you should have told me. I met Mos Def and Dave Chappelle in 2004 on a rooftop party in New York.
Wow.
We talked about tornadoes for an hour because they was like, man, it's a lot of tornadoes in St. Louis. I was like, no, I was like, that's Kansas. And then we was literally like a 45-minute hour conversation with them two about tornadoes.
That is so funny.
That's random.
It was so random. It's funny because like this time, like I met this like cute girl in the ground because I wanted to get footage, to like make reels and stuff. And I'm in like a really cute group with girls. One girl was like, "Oh my God, you cute. Like, what's your Instagram?" So we like followed each other. Then the dude passed out. And then it was just like, if somebody passed out, and then like most Def was just like spinning in circles, and like he was really feeling like he is like, y'all think Kyrie is like, oh, he kind of hotel be like, most Def is upper echelon, I hope. So
hey, I love most Def, man. I love
very, you know, it was just cool. And Paris is just always a good idea. Like, we stay out late a lot. One night I feel like we were out at a restaurant, because you know they're very, and like in the States we're so go go go, and it's like, hey yo, so we want me for dinner at like 11 o'clock. All right, cool. So service still like friendly. It was, we were at the Eiffel Tower like midnight, 1 o'clock, and they're like, oh, y'all shouldn't, people say, oh, you shouldn't, you know, be out in that area during the time. Nigga, why not? We were alert, having a good time. We went to eat and drink again. It was just perfect. It was just perfect. And I finally made it to Hotel Cost. And Hotel Cost, guys, is known for their dessert. They have this amazing cheesecake. And it happened, and it was amazing. It was amazing, just like how they had the graham cracker, and it didn't look like our cheesecake. It was like kind of like a cup, like the graham cracker round, just like, and it was in the middle. It wasn't like a slice or anything. It was just like, it was and the ice cream, you know, it's from scratch.
Ooh.
It just tastes different. It reminded me of the ice cream I had when I was like in DR. So that's how I know it's like fresh. Yeah.
So what, did you all just went just to go?
Yeah, we just went just to go. So my hope is to go back in the fall, because honestly, I think the fall, it was just prettier. Like, because the flowers haven't died off yet. And it's not as many touristy people, like, because it's like and it's kind of, it's just a different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to London in the fall, so yeah.
I want to go. I've never been to London. I need to go.
Never been to London? Oh shit, London's a vibe, man.
Yeah, maybe I won't take any more vacation time off and take like a week and a half. Cause like Paris, you can, you know, if you know what you're doing, you can do Paris in about 4.5, 5 days.
Okay.
If you try to hit like touristy, you know, like stuff or whatever. And the only thing that I'm mad about is that they have a Virgil exhibit at the Louis Vuitton Foundation, and we didn't get to go.
Oh wow.
But,
okay.
Yeah, that was it.
So what happened with this Instagram live situation? I'm ready to get this forefront.
Y'all, I was virtually assaulted yesterday on Instagram.
Virtually. So I know that you can get assaulted in the metaverse, they say. So you got assaulted on IG assault.
Yes. I was on live yesterday and just talking about one of the topics that we are going to talk about today, and kind of just engaging with people. You know, I really love being on IG Live, because you get to meet, you know, some of your followers sometimes. And I don't have like a Beyonce following, but I'm building it up, and it's cool to be able to engage with people, add people to your live, kind of see where their heads are. And you talk about like a lot of different stuff, right? And somebody requested to come into the live like normal and add the person to the live. And it seemed like they were having like technical difficulties. And I'm like, hey, like, we can see you. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Whatever. He was having difficulties because he was trying to turn the camera around to show me his dick.
Whoa, whoa. Hold on.
So I am like, oh my God, trying to get him out the live, because, you know, I've had my live privileges revoked for like months on end and being shadow banned. And so it's just a process. So that's all I could think of. And I was like, okay, I have to save the video in order to screen grab it to try to report it. Instagram does this thing where it not only removes like your the comments that happen in the live, but it like removed the name. Like it was really weird. And I could not, I don't know. I knew the guy's name started with like an S, so I'm trying to like search S's in my, when you go to search, but it was, at first I had to check myself because I was like, okay, I might have a little PMS. Am I being dramatic? Why am I feeling some type of way? And I felt like so violated. I felt so violated, so uncomfortable. And it was like, there's nothing I can really do about this. And I'm trying to figure out like how I can even send the video, like the screen grab, because I'm like, okay, y'all have to be able to go in some kind of way and pull this up. But I've been having the hardest time to report it because the only options that it gives you is like, if somebody says something crazy to you in the messages, you have to click this certain button in your DMs, or if, or if somebody left you like an inappropriate comment that you don't like, this is how you have to report it. But nothing on like what happens in your life, if somebody said nothing.
Well, that's the thing. He knew that you can't have no options to stop him. And he knew like,
that's literally what Rachel said. Rachel said that. My friend said that. And I was just like, that is
I ain't sending dick pics. I'm on live.
Yeah. And it was just very, even to this day, I'm like just a little shaken up about it because I've never, like, I've had unsolicited dick pics come through. And I know a lot of IG? Or no, on like to my actual phone.
Okay, I see that, but I was like, on IG, god damn. Okay.
And and some women talk about it, and I'm like, well, I'm not as offended by those because at least I kind of have had some sort of interaction. But when that happened, and that's only happened honestly once in my life, and it was a guy that I met that worked at this bar, and I was like, you're weird, block.
Yeah.
But to have like, and he and I have been engaging and like talking, like and having conversations. So I was like, where did you get that from? But okay, you're weirdo. I'm gonna block you. But to just have somebody random come in and just like, let me with my dick out, like that's just.
So he was sitting there messing with his gunny sack, trying to get it going, or like what was?
I can send you the video.
No, I don't need to see the video.
No, because you don't fully see it. I get him out before I see like the meat of it and I see what he's trying to do.
So he says he was a horrible camera person then, because he's going to do that fast.
And so I told my best friend and he was like, oh my God, like at least you got him out before he fully got the head and all that. But he was like, Dom, like men be perverse like that. And you'd be surprised how often men pull their dicks out in random public locations.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. I mean, do you remember when we were kids coming up, the dude that was assaulting women and then like in Forest Park, and knocking and sucking their toes?
Okay, I remember somebody being like weird in Forest Park. I didn't know he was sucking toes.
Like in the late 90s. He would like.
I remember that.
He would attack women and suck their toes. Like that's it, and then like run off. It's weirdos, man. We need prayer, man. We need prayer. We need therapy.
I still was just like, I cannot believe that happened. And and then telling, speaking to women about it, hearing different ways that they have been violated. Men, I'm gonna need for y'all to get y'all life together.
Also, there needs to be something else. Men, this is me. I'm looking right in the camera for all the men. It's not working. These unsolicited dick pics are not working. Our technology is at a certain place where we know that if a woman wants a dick pic from you, they will request it. Now, as men will take unsolicited coochie pics, titty pics, ass pics all day. That's because we're savages. And my TED Talk is over.
Yeah, it was just like, it made me really step back because I hit my play brother up about it and told him what happened because somebody had just DM'd him like a dick pic or whatever on IG. And he ended up knowing somebody in common with this person, and pretty much just screenshot the entire like conversation, the dude being weird. Then once he got called out by his family member, and the excuse the family member made was like, oh, his daddy just died.
Okay.
I'm like, so, okay, whatever.
Your daddy just died. It's cool for dick pics coming out?
Exactly. And then, so then the guy came back, like, you know, with threats. So I'm like, but dog, you did this. I'm just very confused. Like, but you know, he gave great advice. He was just like, going forward, you have to be, you know, more aware, very selective of who you add in your lives. And that was something I had already been doing with my DMs anyway. You know, not responding to everybody. Something just came that felt a little weird, not even answering it. But yeah, that's how my retrograde is.
So he was a follower, or like
he had to have been a follower.
Yeah,
and he saw that I was live. Like, I add so many random people into my lives. Like, it was a dude begging to take me. I had met this girl through like Chloe Bailey's live, and she followed me because she ended up being from St. Louis, sent me a message. Super sweet girl. So we're like talking on live. It's like me, her, and one of my best friends, Erica. And I add this guy, and he like wants to take me out. But he lives clearly in another country. So it's like funny, like we're trying to entertain
what country was he? What country was he in?
Not America. Maybe one of them islands, like.
Oh, so he's an island brother.
Maybe I still have that locked up. But you know, but it was just random because they was like, how you gonna take her out? Y'all not in the same country. You gonna send her some Uber Eats? Like, so we just going back and forth like that. It's
trying to figure out like how he's gonna take you out.
Like I said, do you fly people out? Do you pay bills? Do you pay rent? Like, what's happening?
He was smart. He'd been like, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He wasn't. I could tell by his bed frame.
Hold on, by his bed frame? I get it. Nope, you ain't gotta explain it. I get it.
Yeah, so his bed frame.
At a certain age, you just have a decent headboard, or you're not at a certain age to have a decent headboard, either one.
If your bed is on the floor, if your bed frame is like wood, and it look like it's your grandma's.
See, but no, what it could have been was, see, that's over in overseas. That's a little bit different. There's style where he could have been at. He could have been at somewhere dope, but it's
that's true. But I also forget that overseas, I just want to remind y'all, if y'all asking for double beds, it is twin beds. Please be mindful of that.
What? Oh, because y'all asked for double beds for y'all hotel room?
It happened in DR and it happened in Paris.
Oh yeah.
Twin beds. And I slept in DR. I was like, They said it was a couch bed. I got the couch bed.
Hey, well, no, the tripped out thing in Europe is that doggone. I don't know if you've experienced it, but that different socket that you got to get for.
Oh yeah, the adapter.
Yeah, you got to bring like 3-4 adapters to make sure you're good.
Cool thing this time though, I only needed to use the adapter when I was using my flat iron. Everything else, now they had a USB.
Oh, you didn't USB for everything else.
Yeah, they had USB. So it like they had the outlet, but then it was like USB. So you could just plug like your phone into the wall. But they don't have the, I mean, because you know, like Androids haven't switched their chargers. So it's just like you got to make sure if you have an iPhone, like you have the one that you can plug in to the USB.
Okay. Yeah, USB was like
yeah. You don't have a problem. You have an Android.
Yeah, I got an Android. I'm an Android dude.
That was shade.
I know. Everybody always trips off of it because I never tell nobody, but they just, I mean, y'all iPhone people got your own little cult and y'all can figure out all the different things when shit's going on. It's all good.
That's cool. But yeah.
So let's jump into some more topics. Your boy Shaun King, you have I don't know if you're on a one-woman vendetta campaign against him, warranted or not, probably a lot more warranted. But explain your campaign that you have had against Shaun King.
I'm gonna say my campaign starts with y'all at home, because I wasn't. I'm gonna say something. My issue, I've always had issue kind of with the whole BLM thing and Shaun King, Darryl, ever since Frierson happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just
have a different perspective of it.
And I wasn't on the grounds, but I just know from friends that were on the grounds what was coming back to me firsthand information. The niggas was like, not there. Like, you're not there. You're trying to fundraise and do things. These people's families have not seen this money that you guys have raised. And you out here lying about $6 million houses that you buying in Los Angeles. I could even, here's the thing even about that. I'm gonna be real. I ain't even mad at sis. But how things spin out of control is you don't be real about your shit. You could have bought some sort of compound or whatever, had meetings, held events, all this stuff there. People do that here all the time. People do it all the time. And it's not a big deal, but you was trying to be sneaky and your secret got out. And then still not even like being forthcoming with where's the rest of this money? Mm-hmm. Like that y'all said y'all was donating shit to. So it's just weird to me. And you know, Black people, we get taken advantage of, we get disrespected, all this shit, like everywhere we turn. And you think you one of us, and you not. and that's just really what it was.
So you're saying Shaun King's not Black?
I'm not. Okay, so has Shaun King showed us his, like, I'm sorry, I'm about to be Donald Trump. I need your birth certificate.
Hey. Or can we get a 21 and or was it 22 and me or whatever on you?
Can we get pictures of your family? Because he's not really forthcoming with that either. If somebody told me I wasn't Black, I might hear my parents, biological. I'm Black.
That's like saying, man, you didn't go to Webster University. Well, shit, here go me on campus.
I wasn't just hanging out. I definitely have to retake video production because Orestes Valdez is a punk bitch. Like, how would you know who that is? Yes, this is kind of sheer. Okay, I'm gonna just sit like this. But I'm not. It's not that I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's just like we already been bamboozled about Rachel Dolezal. Okay. Look, and we know Black people come in.
I have a good place in my heart for Rachel Dolezal.
Okay, why you got a good place in your heart for Rachel Dolezal? You can't say
that. I don't know. I just feel she was generally just trying to do her thing, being a Black woman. Like, I don't even think she. I think she was just on some bullshit.
Do you think that she is a victim? What is it? She's transracial?
No, I ain't going that far. I just said she has a nice place in my heart. I didn't say like.
Or do you think that she feel like that she really wanted? She's like, I really empathize with Black people, but I know because I'm a white woman, they're not going to accept me how I should be accepted. So I'm going to perm my hair, make it this type of way, tan my skin for them to accept me and really hear what I got to say.
And that's the crazy part. But I heard, real talk, I got family in Spokane. Yo, she was doing the shit out of some braids on the low, straight up on the real.
I saw.
No, for real, like for real, like.
You know, it can be some white people that have flavor. I'm not.
But it goes back to what you said. People wouldn't accept it and went to get braided by her if she just was out there just saying she was Rachel Dolezal instead of Rachel Johnson. But let's go, Shaun King.
We're not staying here.
I'm gonna say she has a nice place in my heart, man, because it was just so funny. Like, I don't know if you get a chance, everyone, go listen to. She was engaged to a guy before, and he did a full song about her. I don't know if it's on YouTube still. It's like a rap R&B song. Yes, because he got engaged to her. He talking about how much he loved her and stuff. This is before so like this thing happened, and then that video surfaced because it was like maybe like 6 months before that he did this video in like a reverence.
Maybe he the one that outed her.
Maybe.
But here's The issue is this. We all have white people or that are in our circles that are down, that are cool, that understand, and they don't have to like switch up. And I think that's the thing for me.
We talked about Kelly last week. Kelly that died. That's somebody that was like that here in St. Louis.
Yeah. That's another conversation. We'll talk. We'll have to do the breakdown. We'll do an episode of The Art of Rachel Dolezal. How about that?
Yes, but go into your hate for Shaun King.
I don't hate Shaun King because that gives too much energy. But what I do know is that he is a scammer. There are tons of receipts, and Black people, again, we are being dumb and silly.
Oh, I found the song.
It is okay. It's still there.
Yeah.
And he has a record. He has a history of pulling stunts and getting over on people. You know what I mean? Like I said, where's the money? Like, I feel like didn't Leslie come out and say that she never received a dime from like Shaun King?
Yeah.
So
there's the video for you, the link right there for you.
And so I'm like, here you are again. How the hell are you gonna sell a hoodie for $165 with a photo of you smoking a Newport? You ain't even smoking a J, a Newport. You put pre-order all this. People started placing.
I didn't know that was the hoodie. I didn't know the hoodie had him smoking a Newport on. I thought it was a hoodie, like maybe like, you know, Black people, you know what I'm saying? We got to hold, you know, something empowering or something. I didn't know it was him smoking a square.
It was him being a plain old nigga, if he is a nigga.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I'm just confused. It's like the same thing as Darius Cooks. Like Darius Cook is this chef.
Yep.
And he is now a known scammer. People have him in a hot seat about a whole bunch of different stuff. The news in Atlanta has been to his house. It's a girl that can't even use Airbnb anymore because she was his assistant, and he was getting bookings and stuff like in her name to have these like events because, and you know, they were using like the more pricier ones because he was hosting like cooking events, ruined this lady's house, like broke the it was just
and then it was under her card, her credit card.
Under her name, yep. And it was just like, so she'd been disputing that, and he's just very pompous and arrogant. You know, hell, even Andrew Caldwell has called him out.
Shout out to Andrew Caldwell, St. Louis finest.
And you know, saying, hey, where this lady products at? He was like, yeah, you can send me the order number. He was like, Darius, it's a whole bunch of people saying that they ain't getting their stuff from you. What's going on? So I'm like, what's really good, y'all? Like, why we keep supporting like scammers? And your feelings hurt. And then there was a dude that was like, that responded to me like reposting. You know, like me laughing, you know, about it. I posted a clip. And then his ass, it's like his ass done bought a shirt. I'm like, why would you do that? I said, so wait, you bought a sweatshirt? I said, oh, hell no.
Not you.
Not me. Him.
No, I'm talking about, you're talking to him. I'm saying not you, like you shouldn't be buying no shit like this.
Dog. So I just want to say, if you getting scammed and continue to support scammers, like,
I mean, there's a deeper history with Shaun King with that, because I believe he had a newsletter or a publication called was it the Atlantic North? It was basically based off of the publication that Frederick Douglass did. Frederick Douglass did. He tried to reinvigorate. I think it's called. I forgot what it was called. I'm trying to.
I feel like I know what you're talking about too.
And he was like not paying people. It was a whole bunch of mess with that, and he got, you know, exposed then, and that was around 2017.
And then when people try to argue what he said, I'm like, we're not saying that the shit that he's saying is wrong or, you know, wrong, but what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah, it's called the North Star. It's the North Star, named after. Yeah, it's the Frederick Douglass paper.
Actions, words.
Yeah, I mean, and he's an interesting guy, man. Overall,
You
I don't
remember when
know.
DeRay tried to run for the mayor of Baltimore?
It's about DeRay.
Yeah, he don't go by DeRay. He said his name is DeRay, so say his name.
Okay, DeRay.
Give you that much respect because I hate when people spell my name wrong.
Yes, DeRay. Yeah, DeRay.
Yeah.
But I'm
I was
talking about
like,
Shaun
what is he
King.
doing?
Shaun King is an interesting guy because he has some of the best nicknames online. Talcum X is the best ever. Like that is
What's your favorite one?
Talcum X. Talcum X. It's, I mean, and the only thing that I do hate about this new age in the internet is that, and no disrespect to some of our listeners that are white, but you all have attached into the Talcum X thing, and you guys don't. It's not. It's like when like I see like some like racist white people or anyone like on that conservative side of the game that's saying that it feels racist. It don't feel like how we say it. We saying it differently than y'all are saying. It's one of those things of where, and I guess that's the way society we in. There's a lot of Black conversations that other people are privy to that don't understand and shouldn't really be involved in or knowing about.
But you do we blame?
And I don't blame them for that. That's not their fault. We put that conversation out there.
That's what I was gonna say. But do we blame like us for like allowing them to take up a certain amount of space? Because I feel like that's one of the issues that I feel like I've been running into lately. I'm like, okay, this conversation, you've already taken up too much space, and you still, no matter how I break it down to you, just not gonna be able to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look at people. It's just like, okay, this is who you are. Like I just take it as like face value. You don't need to prove to me if you're not racist or whatever. And I'm just like, you're not doing enough for me, so you might be racist still.
Yeah, I mean, Shaun King's an interesting dude. I just can't. I mean, he just.
I'd be down to do like a treasure hunt. Like we could, not a treasure hunt, but we could do like a deep dive. So somebody actually, this should be treasure.
He went to Morehouse too, right?
But no, but this is the weird thing. I'm like, okay, there's not no
because that would be on their books. I would assume that would be on their books. Well, unless he starts saying he was Black back then, and that could be
that could be because it's not like they gonna check. Like I don't recall college asking me for my birth certificate, but I could be wrong.
But they do. I mean, but they know your race because they have to do statistics.
Yeah, because you write it in.
Yeah, and basically it could be so far ago because Shaun King is a little bit older than me, and if you can basically set up if you were a certain age and you were able to make certain things look a certain way, you can make that be the truth because there's no way to really back it up because the documentation.
Yeah, it's weird because.
But I mean, but it's like it's weird because he's done some dope stuff too.
It says like I'm seeing something on The Sun, but it's The Sun is a tabloid.
Yeah.
But it's saying that on his birth certificate, it says that somebody by the name of Jeffrey Wayne King is his father. And then his mama name is Naomi K. Told him in 2015 that his daddy is a light-skinned Black man. But I'm looking at her.
Jeffrey Wayne King sounds like a Black man.
But you'd be surprised, but this is the mama.
I mean, it looks like his mama in the face. You could tell.
But
look, I got homeboys that are like real light skinned that have married or have had children with white women, and they be that fucking light like that.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, look at my sister. My daddy just light skinned.
Yeah. My daddy just light skinned.
Now you remember when you saw us together, you didn't believe that he was like, yes, no, he made us, y'all. Darryl made us pull out our IDs. Same last name. We were like,
I was like, y'all just cousins and shit. It's all good. Y'all ain't gotta fake the fuck.
like did not believe us and was like, we are really siblings. So we probably look like it now more as
no, y'all look way more like you now than back then.
Yeah, but nah, back then I was like, I'm probably adopted.
So you looking around like I don't look like everybody else.
Absolutely, because I feel like back in the day, felt like more of my cousins were like light skinned on my dad's side, and I was like, man. But then now looking back, actually, we were pretty
the same color. Because you ain't light, you ain't dark like that.
No, but it's just, you know, shit happens. So, but now, like I said, now I'm realizing as an adult, it's probably more people that were my complexion or darker on my dad's side than light skin. So whatever.
So we got more crazy stuff. Gunna and Young Thug, man. Like this is some shout out to the podcast, the Hip Hop Digest, one of my favorite podcasts. They have a segment. I can't wait till they come back because they've been on a hiatus. It's called Counting the Amount. They basically go through your rap lyrics and like, talk about how much dope you've been selling, how many killers, people you done shot and killed. But they for real though, like especially Young Thug, he's for real.
Yeah, Jeffrey is for real. I can see that.
He's out here putting hits on people, like he's multiple hits. Like this ain't like one person. He's like sitting there like a Don or some shit, rubbing the cat.
It's interesting that if that were me though, but also understand how that goes because they can pull your shit and subpoena you can go to court.
Anytime.
I have an uncle that's entertainment, so I get it. If I was killing niggas, I'm be rapping about Jesus. Like, I'm gonna throw you off a little bit. So then if something came out, I'm like, they're like, we put your rapper. I said, I was talking about Jesus. Like, what you mean?
But see, that's the thing though. The thing about, don't serial killers want you to know that they did it? Like, that's the whole concept of like, they want the feeling, not to be caught, but they want like the props for it. Like, so they'll leave like their little calling card, like the Ace of Spades or some shit like, yeah, that was me. I'm the Ace of Spades.
But it's like, but they also get off on the fact that you can't find them either.
Right, but they do leave a calling card.
I just feel like I would do something polar opposite. So when shit hit the fan, people be no, because that's how you get people to cap for you and then they get you off. Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't want to be in jail. This nigga, he mad that he in solitary confinement. But did you think that you was gonna be in general population? It's called jail. You wasn't finna get the best, like, it's jail still. Yes, you might have a phone, but you don't really have nothing
to get on Facebook for an hour a day.
I mean, Chris Brown put something on Gunna books, and Gunna up here got a phone wherever he is, posting on his IG story. He had a check cleared, nigga.
Hold on.
And Chris Brown better quit playing with fire. I said in a second they gonna
see now that's something. Now that goes with what you said. If I'm Chris Brown, I ain't in it at all. I'm like giving 3 other different people the money, and then they won't never know it's me. So like, I'm gonna give it to my girl. My girl gonna give it to her cousin. That cousin gonna give it to somebody and then put it on his books. So it ain't on me.
I'm like, Chris Brown, you know, every other year. and he pretty low key for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's trying to stay under the radar because every other year some bitch to say, Chris Brown snatched my wig. Chris Brown took my phone. I agree with you. I am going to be so far removed from the situation because I'm like, oh, they seeing that they've been investigating this nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I wouldn't put it on the book.
Arrested 28 niggas on RICO charges, and they've been building this case for years apparently.
And the thing is this is only state. The feds ain't even came in and get look at the files yet. Because the feds will pick up some more shit on your ass. Like, you know what? The feds will be like, okay, it's 30 charges. We're going to take 10 of them. We'll take 10 because they like having the chart. They like having it on their books. You think the feds ain't going to come in and be like, we're going to get at least 3 or 4 of them, right?
And see, that's the misconception because a lot of people are like, well, it's Georgia RICO. It ain't like it's the feds.
Feds will get their food too.
I'm like, okay.
Look, anytime RICO was made up by the feds, they will get you.
Shout out to Drake and Meek Mill, by the way.
Yeah, and I also give a shout out to YFN Lucci, who shares a birthday with me. Who actually this all started from their beef.
Niggas are snitching. Don't you think it's strange that? Listen, honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now.
So hold on. Let me go, Dom. Let me set this for you, Dom, before you go into this, because you already went through what I was thinking about. So somebody waited a long time, or somebody got locked up for some random other charge. Like y'all know what's been going on, right? Maybe it's YFN Lucci, because if you said it been in a couple of years, he's been locked up about a year or two, right? For that murder charge, right?
I thought Lucci was out.
No, I thought he was still in jail. He's got a murder charge.
Reginae ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
I thought he was out on like bond or something.
Let's see where he's in. Let's see where YFN.
I know Casanova been knocked up for a minute. I also could not tell you a song by him.
And he's finna pled guilty. YFN Lucci, February 16th, 1991. And we 10 years apart. Ain't this a bitch? Oh, damn. So YFN Lucci, 2021. He's in jail still.
Okay.
May 2021.
And I saw that Casanova pled guilty because he said that was like the lesser of the charge.
Yeah.
Like whatever
60 years.
Time he,
he could do up to 60 years. But go at your snitching thing. I want to hear this.
I'm not a ride or die. Where we go? Listen, honestly, you know who a king and a pro at this? Marjorie Harvey.
Okay.
I
want to know how this and this are together. Go.
Well, for those listening that
her ex-baby daddy was a
big and they cousins apparently.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Her dude is?
It's two people.
Right, but Lori Harvey's dad is a big drug king, kingpin, right?
Yeah, but then she technically whoever her daddy is like the cousin of one of them other kids. Yeah.
One of her other kids.
Well, Margie's other kids, yeah. But the parents are related. They like cousins or something.
Oh, so we got a lower level of the Jackson situation where we're also my kids are brother and sister and niece and cousins.
Yeah.
But there's their cousins. I guess they would be second cousins and third cousins.
Depends on where he.
Yeah, I'm saying where it is in the But I'm saying it's whatever step they are cousins.
Yeah.
They're also the step below. So if they second cousins, they're third cousins too at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
But I would just say, it's like the tweet says, like, I'm not about to die. Like, why are we riding and why I gotta die? Like.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're going to be in that level of the game, those are rules to it. You putting yourself involved in that kind of lifestyle, man, woman, child. Those are the rules to it. I'm too square for that.
I'm like, I just wanna go take a nap and go get a snow cone. Why does this require so much of me?
I mean, the ride or die thing was dope in the 90s because we didn't have a lot to ride or die for. I think that's what it was.
Niggas was dying over crack cocaine. What you mean?
No. I'm talking about the concept of ride or die.
Oh, okay.
Not the dope game. The dope game in the 90s was worse to me, and late 80s.
Yeah, I'm like,
even though supposedly crime is up now, so maybe it's back to where it was in the 90s. and we just don't know.
Nigga, it's a shortage of Similac. Hell yeah, the crime is up.
Hold on, what?
Nigga, it is a Similac shortage.
So hold on, they take Roe v. Wade, so niggas can't have kids, and if you do have kids, you ain't got no milk for them. Ain't this a bitch?
Well, I tell you, this is what I mean. America is a joke. I forgot I had to come back and I had a job. I was like, damn, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Hold on, Similac is out.
And I went to Target this morning to get a Pedialyte. I was feeling a little dehydrated as I drink wine. And the whole road, like that's normally full of like Enfamil, all that shit, empty.
Wow.
Like they rationing like that shit out like it's fucking 1920, man.
Wow.
And think like Bette Miller, kind of like I was standing you for life, and then you make a tweet that says, you know, breastfeeding is free. Bitch, everybody can't breastfeed.
Yeah, yeah. And
So,
every woman, and sometimes the child won't attach to the situation.
It won't latch.
Yeah, it's so many different levels to it.
And then you can say pump, but for some people, they pump and nothing really come out. And they get more, like the kid will get more food latching. It's a whole thing. So I'm like, you out here shaming, dog. Like, shut the fuck up. You're like 65. Wow. This is not your problem.
And this is Bette Miller?
Mm-hmm. Niggas just always got something to say. Always got to talk.
Yo, I've learned very, very fast. And maybe this, and you know what? Maybe it's people that were on Twitter early that understand, like, you know what? I'm gonna sit this one out.
Delete.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is, though. Us early Twitter adopters, us 08ers, 07ers on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been on Twitter for 13 years or more.
That's what I'm saying. 08.
Yeah, like,
we all got on there like 08, 07, 08.
Yeah, I got on there like right as it started. And it's interesting how Twitter is completely opposite of what they wanted Twitter to be. And it's just like, I just don't understand how we always end up in these spaces.
Go ahead.
You know, where everything just goes back to like capitalism screwing us over.
That's it.
Gas was going down. And when I say gas was going down, I mean y'all, but like 10, 15 cents out here.
What's the gas price looking like in Cali right now?
I got gas today for $5.45 this morning.
Oh, that's good.
Yo, I came home. Gas is $5.65.
St. Louis, the gas is $4.05 right now, $4.10.
And I was just like, what is going on?
Like, so it costs $100 to fill up your car in general.
Yeah. I'm the person that waits. I don't. It's no. Empty to full. We don't do that. We do halfway. now
you recondition the gas tank to be for half full. Is full now.
Yeah, I'm like, we go. No. I fill up at the halfway.
And you fill up at halfway. So you're full when you fill up, but you fill up at halfway.
Yes, y'all not about to keep, so I gave them my little funky $40.
I thought it was different. I thought you were saying it used to be on E, and then halfway is the halfway point is your new full.
I don't ride like that. That freaks me out.
Yeah.
But now I'm about to start filling back up at a quarter of a tank full. That's so much money.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what y'all doing, and we already like. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself how y'all doing people all over the globe when it comes to this fuel bullshit. Food. I bought oatmeal this morning. I had to buy the Target brand oatmeal because Quaker Oats wanted $7 for some damn oatmeal. And I had to buy exactly the Target brand, which ain't normally my first choice, but fine. It probably is private label anyway. So it don't even matter. But it's just frustrating as fuck. Our produce is shit. They're putting shit in all the food. I gotta get the fuck up out of America. This is ghetto. Ghetto.
Oh man. Last up.
Putting dicks on my live.
Look, the dicks on the live is the best part of this whole thing. I wish that the algorithms would let us put Dom sees dicks on live, but it'll fuck up everything. But because that's what I would definitely title the show.
Man.
Kendrick Lamar drops his album. Shout out to my boy Dio, who is a therapist, who said he had 6 calls today about therapy.
The daddy song?
Yep. So I'm gonna read, shout out to you, Dio. You always listen. I'm gonna read his text message to me.
Okay.
He says directly, I got more calls and emails requesting therapy today than any other day by far. Sitting around 6. Also, Kendrick talked about going to therapy on his new album. Coincidence? Question, doubtful.
You know,
He's a dope therapist. If y'all know what's in California, not California, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, he got you.
I would say my prayer will be that when these men go to therapy, if it's men or whoever, men, women, is that they do the work. Because people always say, well, you know, a therapist, I had to check somebody the other day about it. I haven't been in therapy since college, but I will say that there are tools that are put in place, because a therapist can't tell you how to live your life. They can provide you with tools and tips to help you move forward, to help you be communicative with people, put boundaries in place where you protect yourself. But you have to do the work and have to be willing, ready, and to unpack and be able to really do a deep dive and explore certain things. Kendrick also admitted on his album that he was molested. And a lot of people have been molested. No, and a lot of people suppress it. And I will be transparent. I've never told anybody in my family, but I was touched by a relative. And some events unfolded this year that made that fester. And I've been trying to process it. So therapy is something that I'm interested in going back to really just to be able to release that, where it's not anger or anything. So like I said, if you feeling some type of way, you got something going on, be an adult, go get help. You know, I understand that there are counselors available to help. I understand that therapy is not affordable and not accessible to a lot of people, but there are programs out there that help you get the help that you need for the most part. I'm not gonna always say it's easy, but that is the case. And get help, be a better version of yourself. Life is too short to be miserable.
Yeah, I'm glad that Kendrick talked about therapy on there and get people to do it. Yeah. All of us need more. I go to therapy myself. I've been 4 years now. Yeah, 4 years. It's been the best thing for me. But it's I don't want it to be a fad either, though. At the same time, like you said, do the work. That's the thing. Is like motherfuckers would go there and be like, oh yeah, I went to therapy like 3 times. I got my receipts. Here you go. Let's go to appointment. You know, especially I know brothers that be like trying to use that to keep their lady and shit. Like, I'm going to therapy. You see the receipt right here. I went to go to Joyce Reed. I saw it.
Like, you right here. The same bitch ass nigga that you was 3 years ago. So what work are you doing?
That's doing the work is the important part on the
That's the hardest part, because it's like, if you don't go in the space and talk to somebody, you can do that with your friends. But because we know that sometimes people's friends don't necessarily hold them accountable either.
Yeah, that part.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, it's a process. And being able to really listen and understand, like really take in what is being said to you. That's a tough pill to swallow sometimes, just being able to sit and just absorb.
And it's I mean, we do, and if we don't, we're going to keep inflicting pain on other people too. Like when you said, like, you know, people that have been touched or molested or raped or anything like that, 9 out of 10, that person probably was to themselves. Yeah. So if you don't go through, you're going to end up putting that pain on somebody else.
Yeah. And it's just that I feel that it is a lot of us trying to understand who we are as people, how we can show up for our, you know, not just for other people, but for ourselves. Because if we're not showing up for ourselves, and how can we, show up for other people?
Yeah.
And so it's a process. I think therapy is a good thing for like everybody, because therapy isn't a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not at all. And I'm glad that stigma is getting away from all the even shrink and you've been crazy and all that kind of stuff. Man, no, dude, motherfucker, we all crazy. I mean, we live in this world. We all crazy. Yeah.
See, here's the thing. You're an Aquarius.
What does that mean?
You're aware that you are crazy. We are. I'm very aware. Yeah. And I tell people, and I've said it on this show, we're not the ones you got to watch out for. It's some people that don't know that they crazy that you got to watch out for.
The non-self-aware people.
Yes. We are very well aware of who we are. Very intuitive. We pick up on shit that other people don't pick up on. And then when you say shit, people look at you crazy.
Look, I am the IG whisperer. Then when I say this, I can tell if a woman is broke up with her man by just a picture.
Oh yeah.
And it's nothing specific they do. It's not like they doing any thirst trap. It's not like they saying like F men or anything like that. It's just something about the look.
Men, women.
You can see me like, uh-oh.
Even when it's problem, it's like okay, it's a little cryptic.
It's not even a message. It's something about their face.
No, you look in their eyes and you know.
That's it.
It's like I've been looking at people and I'm like, man, your eyes hella glossy. Did you do some coke?
Shit, you went to another level with it.
I'm looking at people and I'm like, the nostrils not really red, but I'm looking at your eyes, so maybe you cleaned up by now and it's been a minute. But like it be little stuff like that I pick up on. And I'm like,
what? And you be looking, and I'll be like, yo, I remember I text my homeboys one of our friends is going through some drama with his lady. And I was like, oh, she back out here. And he's like, no, she ain't. I was like, how you know? I was like, dude, it's something about the picture she put up. And he was like, dude, this is a regular picture. I thought, I'm telling you, trust me. And then a week later, we found out that she was out there.
Yeah.
I literally was like, and it was nothing. I'll even show you to get off. It's literally nothing about this picture is like over the top or anything. It was something about the look.
It's just something subtle, like you said. It's something in the eyes. But it was like also something in the eyes, like it was probably more, it could have been more sultry, a little more seductive.
Yeah, it could be that, yeah. Or it's like I'm in the streets now.
Yeah,
that's the look.
It's as opposed to like, okay, this is me with a partner, like.
Yeah, and it was her by herself.
Tilt down a little or chin up or something. It's something I'm telling you. You looked in them eyes. She's like, this bitch in these streets.
And with the dudes, it'd be the same one. Like, oh man, he must be going through something with his girl. Because you can see his picture and you'd be like, not the same. This I'm talking about in general.
Okay, it's like, listen, the niggas don't be posting selfies. I'm like, the nigga post a selfie. I'm like, all right, home is not right.
Hey.
Did I lie? Nigga, we ain't seen your face in 3 years.
Now you back out of it. You look different. You got braids now. What
are you doing?
You ain't lying. When brother take a selfie and be like, and then it's always like, I'm just doing me, doing big things, trying to live my life, taking 2022 is mine. And it's always the stare-off look, like, you know, like looking out the window on a plane or some shit. Like,
yep. You know.
When you got to take trips, you know, to get over people tripping. Boom. Like,
this is my first solo trip. We're like, nigga, you just had a whole baby and a wife yesterday.
Exactly.
Nigga, go home. Make this shit work.
Yeah, or the other one for some cats, I know one of my homeboys, he got a little bread though, and he was sitting courtside. He was like, and somebody took a picture of him courtside, but it was looking like he didn't purposely have somebody take it. So he was like talking to somebody else like from the side. And then
he got like a little paparazzi shot.
And then I guess, you know, he act like he got it sent to him. And he was like, you know, when you just having fun in your element.
Y'all love doing that shit. I'm like, bro.
Because it's like 3 or 4 seats down from 2. So I don't know what maybe it was. I don't know. But it was like,
nigga, he is a lie. That's a lie. He asked somebody because they not no. But
and he looked like he in serious conversation though, like, and like the game's going on, and they sit there like chopping it up.
No, I just you know, the coming back into the world is just, you know, interesting because, you know, I was explaining, you know, like to my sister, I was like, girl, it's a mess in these streets. People is crazy. People be having whole husbands. Look at the lady that just killed her husband, her boyfriend. Found out he was married for like 14 years or something.
What?
Nigga.
Hold on.
I say free her, but that's none of my business.
Hold on. She killed.
She had a boyfriend. She found out that he had been married for all of these years. It's a Black woman. I think.
How did he get away? Man's wife shows up after his girlfriend allegedly kills him. Oh shit! Don't tell me this Chicago.
Oh, is it Chicago? It's somewhere Black.
No, it's not Chicago. I'm trying to see here.
Nah,
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, woman kills.
Karen Stewart, 51, is behind bars.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend James Hargrove. See, but wow. 14. They separated in November after a 14-year marriage. So he just got separated. But how long was he with old girl? Was he with the other woman though? How long were they dating?
No, and I don't think this was. They saying this Texas. They said they've been dating for years, but his wife.
Oh, she had a case in Baton Rouge. Okay, that's what it is. Harris County, Texas. That's Houston.
Okay.
That's Houston.
Look.
Hold on. So.
Like, could you?
Oh, 7 years. They were together for 7 years.
Yeah. He was married for like 14, right?
Yeah, 14, but they was off and on for 7. They 51. And he just missed the cutoff that you could do that and get away with. Like if he was 61, then he could have been okay. He could have maybe, look, this is what I was born with. This is how I've been living. But he 50.
Like, how you have a whole wife and a girlfriend that you have been with for all of them years?
In 2022. This is not 1992. This ain't 82.
Exactly.
This ain't 72.
And so I wonder, all I could think of is that they lived on opposite sides of town. That's all I could think of is that, so we're not in the same grocery store. We're not grocery shopping at the same place. Like, because I think seriously, like.
I mean, I guess you could. I mean, in theory, you could. Because
Houston big enough where you could do that. It ain't like it's a small town.
Yeah, in Houston, that's a big city.
That's a huge city.
Yeah.
So you can get away with that. Like, you just marking your tracks. But I'm thinking about holidays and shit. Like,
we need to take his class. 7 years? Getting away with it? But he can also say, I don't celebrate holidays. He probably had a lot of building blocks of stuff he had matched up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so are you saying that this is your type of job where you going at these hours?
I'm a truck driver.
He was a truck driver?
No, I'm saying that's the only job he can get away with.
Yeah, that's the only thing, unless you worked at Amazon.
For 7 years, he's a truck driver, I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking he'd be like, yo, I'm going out on the road for like 2 weeks. So he can go stay there for a while. And then old girl, and he might really be a truck driver though. So let's say, okay, see, look, I'm gonna help out this brother here. Let's say he went out of town and he does have to go. He did a trip for a normal week. He tells one woman he's out for 2 weeks, goes to stay at the one woman for 1 week. And he basically just sets his schedule up that it's always where he's really working, but then like an intermediate weeks, he's with the other woman.
So this even more fucked up. Listen, the
Okay.
woman that she shot her husband after he told her he was in love with another woman. But
So this is the third woman then.
so wait, here's the crazy thing is that maybe the girlfriend was referring to him as her husband because there's another woman involved. I'm so confused.
Oh, this dude was amazing.
Unless they have the caption of the video backwards, I think they might have it backwards. Because a triangle is 3 people, it's not a square.
Oh,
But
no.
that's
That's just, no. That's just additional information that he was married
Why
for 14
didn't
years.
shoot him? The girlfriend did. So maybe the girlfriend refers to him as her husband.
No, that's not it. I'm reading it now. So he
No.
was married. So basically, it's 3 women involved here. So he was married for 14 years is the additional information.
Okay.
He was with the other one for 7 years living with her.
Right.
And he said he was in love with another woman. So it's a third woman.
So wouldn't that be a love square?
No, it's a love square, yeah. But I think the one woman may not have given care. The 14 years, we ain't been together in 7. I'm assuming that they just got their official divorce in November, but they ain't been together. It's what I'm assuming.
They shared a house together.
Yeah, he was with the other woman. He just didn't get the paperwork for his wife. I'm thinking that's what I'm trying to take in.
So you want to know? So the wife gonna get his Social Security.
Oh, no. They got divorced November.
They separated in November.
Oh, she finna get all the bread. She getting everything.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, let's be honest here now. I mean, I don't know this brother at all, and I don't want to say this at all.
Yeah, they was going through a divorce, so they were separated.
I don't think that he's the brother that has the bread like that to be like that, where you like super happy. I'm just going off a feeling. It don't feel like there's a big. I feel there's a bill, not a will, involved here.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's an automatic. He was still married to the first woman. She getting the money.
Ooh.
That's it. It don't
But
matter.
then he said he was in love with another woman. He's like, I don't want neither one of y'all. I got another woman.
The other chick can't even say common law because she in jail.
Yep,
so,
because you murdered, right? You can't benefit off money.
You don't got shit coming no way. And then the other chick, you just a new bitch. So shout out to the First Wives Club. I know nothing about that, by the way, guys. It's just,
I mean, what is the First Wives Club in general? What does that mean?
The First Wives Club, exactly what it is, the first wife. So, and you've been divorced, moved on. Yeah, that's the First Wives Club.
But what is the benefit of being, like, what's the first wife? Like, why is that a club?
Because they was just the first. And so I know from the movie, it seemed like starring Bette Midler.
Mm-hmm. And the TV show, which is pretty good too.
The TV show, The Black Guest.
That was pretty good.
It actually was. I binged it on lockdown. It's just like those first experiences, like the certain things that you go through. And sometimes what happens is you feel like you pour into this person and you build them up for them to like leave you. So I feel like they bind off of things like that kind of in the movie. Like they were all first wives, their husbands left them and got with like younger women and things like that. You got to see that even happen a little bit in the show, the TV show on BET Plus with Michelle, what's her name? Michelle Buteau's character. Mm-hmm. But he really didn't want to like get a divorce. She wanted to, she was thinking like the day in and day out struggle. But yeah, like I'm just the first wife and that's it.
First wife. Yo, this is crazy. But Dom, let everybody know where they can hit you up at.
You can find me on Instagram at Whiskey Sour. That's my podcast page, guys.
And please don't get on her IG showing your dick.
Please don't get on your IG doing anything that makes me feel uncomfortable, unsafe.
For any woman, let's just
any woman in general, not just me. Don't be weird. Don't be creepy. Subscribe to my podcast. You can also watch it on YouTube. I have a candle line called St. Angeles as well. And support the business, support the come ups, you know, pour into me because I be pouring into me. And I'm trying to pour into y'all. So
yeah, people understand it takes time, man. It takes energy to get up for it. You know,
it does. It really does. So Darryl, your turn.
Yeah, everybody's, you know, I mean, I don't even put my socials out there for real. You know where you can find me at if you want to find me. So like it was crazy. So when I jumped in that live, you just saw like 13 people, 14 people. I'd never been on live for real. So when I went on live with you, everybody was like, oh shit, that's why people start jumping in the live. Like, this nigga never gets on live. Like, what the fuck?
You don't see, see how much fun it can be.
Yeah, we need to do a live though. We need to do a live maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, if I'm free tonight, I ain't got no plans. I'm about to like chill, like drink some more wine.
Yeah, maybe do
Let's go to dinner, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, maybe we do a live tonight or some shit, man.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Because look, I need to talk about. I need people to explain this this 14-year marriage thing and like how he was able to get away with this. Now, those other details are cool. I want it to be the first way we thought it was, where he really was married for 14 years and had another woman for 7 and got away with it. I want to stay with that. Like, how can you do that? I'm telling you, you got to be a truck driver, man.
But that's the thing. She said they separated in November and had been going through a divorce. She did not know he was living with a girlfriend.
So he did do it then, like I thought. So he is a truck driver. I'm telling you, he's a truck driver. Let me find this dude Facebook page. I guarantee you his profile picture is him sitting next to his rig.
Oh my gosh, I'm not about to play with you.
I guarantee you is sitting next to his rig.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, bro. Like, I'm looking at this shit.
Ooh, what if he got kids with both of them?
Hargrove's wife says that they've had their share of issues and were separated, but she never imagined it ending like this. It's not believable. Clearly it is because I'm here, but it's not believable. Because that's my husband. He's still my husband.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
So they was communicating on some level for her to feel that type of way, or the bitch just coming into the scene because she finna get that SOLC Security.
That's what I was just gonna say. No. Hey, that's it right there. The damsel in distress, like, I didn't even know.
I never, in the words of my great friend Tony Baker, I never knew. Never knew.
Well, man, we'll be back soon. Thank y'all for listening. We might be on IG. Well, by the time y'all get this, IG Live.
It would have been over.
Yeah. But just join IG Live and follow everybody. Peace.